So Akashic Records,
what is it?
What is Akashic Records? So Akashic Records is all information that was, is, and will be at the same time. I connected to this pool of consciousness that we have talked about. Is this the whole information that has to do with the universe and humanity and yourself and the connection between them. The Akashic Records, they can be opened and read, and they can show you what has happened and for what reasons, both in this life, in past lives, and what can happen in future lives. And as always, consciousness and information is being shifted accordingly. So there are constraints that might show you what happened in the future, but according to your current actions, this future can change. So interestingly enough, we can only know the future that this moment has created for us. If we shift this moment, the future will shift. So there is an interesting balance between understanding your path, or what is your faith, let's say, your reasons, your essence, why you're here, and how much of an influence your free will has on that. So it seems that there are two systems operating at the same time. There's one that is allowing you to know what you're supposed to do, but according to the way you act on the current moment, this can shift. So you don't have completely free will, you don't have completely written path, you have both at the same time, and the way you use your free will is actually going to shift and shape your path. So how to access Akashic Records? Most of the times it's easier to access Akashic Records together with somebody who knows how to do it. So there are many healers that are working specific on that. I have myself worked with a very, very amazing healer on the Akashic Records. So usually they have a specific way of opening the Akashic Records. Usually they ask for help from helpers and guides that are in different dimensions. And they have a specific process. You have to get into a deeper feeling of opening and sharing. So you start sharing from your inner self instead of your mind. And they will guide you with specific questions to open specific doors and understand specific parts of your Akashic Records. Usually you don't open everything, you just open the parts that you're interested in, and you look upon these parts, and by the time you look upon them, they can get you deeper, to understand deeper what is this specific trait or this specific happening in your life for. And many times the past records have to do a lot with the current and the future records. So by understanding the past records, you can really see patterns of your life right now, and you can understand patterns of your life in the future unless you shift the record. So usually when you're looking at Akashic Records, you do it because you want to change something. So you see that something has been repeating, for example, in many past lives, and you want to understand why this is repeating, bring it into your awareness right now, and create an energetic shift around it so it doesn't keep repeating in the future. So that's usually the work with Akashic Records, and they need to be consciously opened and closed for somebody that knows. And these are usually either healers that do it when you're in a conscious state. They can be hypnotists, I don't know if they're called like that, people who can hypnotize you, and then in this hypnosis state you open up the records. They can do it sometimes with body energy work and aura energy work sometimes. Yeah, I think these are the most common ways of opening the Akashic Records.